And we are here. We can actually do something here now. News of London. The gracious are always eager for news of from London. A new day. Is the interest strategic? Or do they enjoy hearing about London's miseries? Regardless, they permit you to dock. The day has just begun. In the town square, a yellow-robed priestess plants a seed in a bed of black soil. No sooner has she patted down the soil than a tiny shoot pokes forth. By mid-morning, it will be a sapling. By lunchtime, a budding tree. By the evening's end, it will be winter and fall. You must be back on your ship before then. Really? The tree of a single day is a hopeful sapling, green and budding. Huh. Okay, to the south, the elder... Oh, wait. Okay. I think... Whatever. To the south, the elder continent and the 72 cornucopian kingdoms of the Presbyteriate. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that horribly. Anyway, are these stories true? Rivers of honey, castles of ivory? Who can say? Foreigners, that's you, are forbidden from the interior. Closest most get is Adam's Way, a shouting, feasting, thieving riot of a port. The options available may change as the day progresses. Yeah, I figured as much. Visit the exhibition of Presbyteriate curiosities for the insignificant price of a single echo that I can't afford. The sober showman will lay the wonders of the elder continent directly at your feet. Of a single day, no more than 4. Okay. Huh. Assist at the Animalescence Hospital. It stands apart from the port on the lowly seaside bluff. Listen to a storyteller. Ignore the gaudy entertainments intended to defraud visitors. Past the street hawkers, they will only tell you what you want to hear. Shun the tavern gossip, most of which is fabricated by the Mithridate office, the Prester's propagandists. Okay. With no more than a port report. Okay, so this is my port report. Okay. Let's see. A guest at the round table, no more than 0. Okay, so that looks like I get food. An avuncular broker has a commission. His client has a task of modest but scriptural significance. He is conducting interviews. 2. Okay, so I can do this at the second part of the day. Gotcha. Sit by the tree of a single day and let the hours pass by. The day is young and the tree is still only a sapling. Huh. So I can only do this at the beginning. The Presbyteriate, whatever, adventurers. Oh, adventuress. A tall woman in a salt-caked Royal Navy uniform is methodically shooting giant lance nails off a chunk of fallen statue. Huh. So she seems to be a gunner person. How about, let's see. It looks like I get to be here for 4 points. So let's try this first. Warning, it is not tall enough to offer shelter yet. You watch it grow inch by hasty inch. You listen to its roots slide beneath the paved slabs of the square. Lost one terror. Okay. Okay, so I can watch at any point. I wish I hadn't done that now. Catching nut that falls from the tree, a matter of luck. Taking them from a branch is forbidden. The fallen ones are useless. You'll need to intercept it between bow and ground. I want to check out this one. Because it can only happen at one point of the day. He meets you... Oh wait, an interview with the avuncular broker. He meets you on the balcony of a shoreside coffee house. His handshake is effusive. His smile and cummerbund are broad. He urges you to squares of sticky baklava, whatever, and a tiny glass of black coffee sweetened with a sprig of mint. I trust you won't mind answering a few questions, he asks, opening a notebook, to ensure we're on the same page, so to speak. The interview is scandalously personal. What business has he to ask such things? Answer truthfully, but means giving up a secret. I'm 9, yeah, I'm fine with that. Depart immediately. How dare you, sir? Lie to him. Okay, I'm fine with giving up a secret. Answer truthfully. An unexpected tactic. He blinks in surprise. Goodness, I must admit. I expected you to lie. Never mind, never mind. Knowing you as well as I do now. He studies his notebook. Too embarrassed to meet your eye. I think we can do business. You may accept the broker's commission in Adam's way. Huh. The tree of single day is flowering. White petals drift across the square. You've lost a secret intercurrence. Your objective, the avuncular broker's little problem. Quality is now 100. He has a commission for you. Interesting. Oh, accept the commission. He orders a plate of figs soaked in honey. Tell me, what do you know about the disciples of the Thief of Faces? Okay. So, aside from that, what else is here? Okay. Fill the nuts. Yeah, I wish I hadn't done this one. This one was a waste of time. And I have to do this. Oh, no more than 4. Okay, so I can do this later. I want to listen to the storyteller. Okay. The buzzing of the bees. Climb the stairs cut into the hill. Sit at the foot of the bee-capped stone columns. They will shield you from the southern mountain heat. Be quiet. Listen, old storytellers share the shadow. The Prester is on the verge of declaring the Dawn Machine a blasphemy. London's bureaucracy is riddled with the children of the Thief of Faces. An expedition of foreigners recently put to shore to the west, then went south in search of the garden. They were discovered and given to the Red River. Okay, I now have one report. Okay, I'm kind of confused what happened there. Oh, attend a funeral feast. Oh, joy. A public square, a gathering of the bereaved, uncannily cheerful, a table shining with culture, white china plates, tall glasses. I really want to do that, like I really do, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, I want to check out the commission. Doing a Prester's work. Or snuffers to children and Londoners, awful creatures, eat candles, steal faces. Erasing them is a sacrament. An associate of mine recently found one in Port Carnelian, but before he could expose it, he disappeared. Maybe the snuffer got him, or perhaps one of the Port spies. The place is stuffed with them. Your commission is to root out Port Carnelian's snuffer, capture it, bring it back here. I'd like to ask it a question or two. He pops a fig into his mouth. Okay. Now 200. He wants you to catch a snuffer in Port Carnelian. Have I been to Carnelian? I don't think so. Wait, can I still do this? Oh, that didn't take a piece of the day. Okay, thank you. Okay. That's good. So I can't afford a lot of these. That's fine. I want to attend the feast, though. Curiosity, you move closer for a better look. Attend a funeral feast. The replete occupy lofty positions in the presbytero's military. Despite the sanguinary past, they dine with the Prester and send their children to be educated at London's university. However, they maintain the tradition of eating the dead. Oh, really? Huh. The feasts are held public. Here in a broad square stretches a splendid table. The departed was only a distant relative, some great aunt or second cousin. The atmosphere is jolly. Servants carry the deceased over in steaming joints, cooked to perfect pinkness. A stately monarch stands, already wobbling from wine. Shall I carve? Merely observe. The locals hurry by, unwilling to watch. It's the foreigners who linger and gawk. Accept an invitation to dine. You see. The feasters recognize something about you. They add an extra chair to the table. You need menaces, unaccountably peckish 1, and menaces unaccountably peckish no more than 4. So basically, if I'm really hungry, sit at the table as a guest of honor. A tipsy patriarch beckons you to you. Yes, you know, come, sit, eat. Our beloved relative is quite the tactician. We could use a little more accurate tea, couldn't we? Your veils will increase. Interesting. Hurry away, best not to look. Oh. Okay. Steal scraps from the table. The servants are vigilant. Funerals are private occasions, even ones conducted in public. Ah, great. I'll observe. I'll gawk. Wow, okay. One way of putting it. Feasting. A plummy anthropologist cranes her neck for a better view. This isn't normal here, you know, she tells you, noticing your interest. The other nations of the presbyterate think huh. Yeah, not finishing that. Still, I bet the Prester finds them useful. The threat of imminent cannibalism must facilitate no end of diplomatic negotiations. A salt cellar passes along the table. Napkins dab at mouth corners. The anthropologist is warning to her subject. I hear the practice began with one of the four bells who sailed into the far north. I may have to take a trip that way, see what it's like for myself. Okay. It's time to return to my ship. One memory of distant shores, one more terror, one tale of terror. That's fine. And, okay. Let's see this. You approach, she lines up another shot. Okay. Afternoon, Captain. Looking for a gunnery officer? I'd like to help you blow up monsters if you'll have me. The adventurous is a gunnery officer who increases iron and bells. Like, is there any downside for me getting all the officers I can? I'm not looking for more crew, but I'll welcome you aboard. Welcome aboard. Oh, hello, Captain. Is this one of yours? I had to knock her about a bit. She didn't like taking orders from foreigners. Still, we're good friends now. The adventurous claps the black-eyed sailor on the back. Oddly enough, they do seem to be friends now. Okay. Cool. Now let's check her out. Oh, wow, I can do nothing but story. I wonder if there was a shop here. That might have been good to check, even though I'm broke. Okay, the gracious back to the sea. The gracious comb the streets, ushering visitors politely back to the dock. Okay, this was interesting. I would have liked to have spent more time here, but I guess that's it. Oh, okay, so there is, I can buy stuff here. It's only slightly more expensive, too. Let me check out the officer. 6 iron, 3 veils, 8 iron. I'll keep with him for now, but I like having both. Perhaps she's afraid of being forgotten. She isn't afraid of much else. Okay. More money would be, or more supplies would be nice, but I can't afford it, so I will head more to the east. That is fine. What's my tower at now? 58. Adam's Way. I would still love to check out the bottom here, but it even warns you. This one it warns you, the other one it didn't, which kind of stinks. So, into the fog bank. Come on, I don't like being in this fog. Well, I'm already increasing by 2 at a time, so turning off my light's not going to change much, it seems. Might as well save the fuel while my tail is going up exponentially. Oh yeah, I've actually... No, I haven't been any further this way. Okay, that's fine. Checking the border of the map would be really nice, but I'm not going to be able to get that far unless I find, like, huge fuel and supply shortages. Discovered Point Livingston. Huh. So I have. Let the crew. So I have again. Anywhere else on these mainlands? Home, warmly lit windows, company, peace, thoughts of home come at the strangest times. Huh. Light on the southern horizon, you approach Varchas, the Mirrored City. Okay, sounds like I'm getting to an important place. That's nice. Tower was going down for a split second. Is that what this place is? I'm hoping it is. Yeah, I'm starting to think that I can't go below the point of terror that I'm at. Okay, discovered Varchas. But I can get back to 0 on this point of terror. Is how it works, I think. So, I can... So, if I have it where it will either increase or decrease by 1, I can keep turning on and off my light. Either way, to the docks with thee. Varchas, the Mirrored City, where light was always the law. Huh, that's an interesting way of putting it. The walled city of Varchas is a tangle of green vines and luminescent fungal flowers, slow blooming around moldering stone. A quintus of carved steeped towers rise over the walls and pour burning white light into the bleak sky. A rough, shallowed path leads from the docks to the mirrored gates of Varchas. 2 towering carved stone lamps throw the light on the angled mirrors, and the blue-cloaked guard stands in the reflected pool of light. A god? Of what sort? I guess we'll find out, maybe. The city is a beacon against the tree-hushed, sprawling darkness of the Elder Continent. In the far distance, a vast mountain glimmers. Choke on the smell. It is overpowering sweet. It comes from the fungus growing wild all over the city stones. The sailors wave you over. They are sitting on some upturned crates on the docks, playing a game with mealed ships and stylized snakes made of bone. Oh, because that's not unsettling. Ask the god a few questions. Never a bad idea to gather a little intelligence before heading into unknown waters, or cities, as the case may be. Tell the god you wish to enter. Well, what else are gates for, if not to go through? Compile a port report. Admiralty will want to know. Yeah, I'll do that first. Tone down the details of the light and its brilliance. You don't want to inspire envy in the Admiralty staff. Okay, well, that happened. Okay, and... always wait you when you... I always get confused by this one. Like, stories await you with next port. Ask the god a few questions. The blue-cloaked god only acknowledges your existence when you step out of the darkness of the path into the light of the lamps. Oh, okay, so now I have the questions. The god stands in the middle of the pool of light, looking warily at the darkness behind you, or beyond you. Up close, the god's blue cloak is threadbare and mossy along the hem. A pattern of embroidered suns runs along the collar, but the gold thread is dull. The kohl around her eyes is smudged. There seems to be a lot of females in this game, or maybe that's just me, since I would expect a lot of sailors and people to not be female, at least not the majority being female. Well, Tomas, she asks, are you going to ask your questions, or are you just going to stare? Her tone is brusque, but her expression is curiously eager. You do not think Varchas receives many visitors. Your name is not Tomas. You correct her politely. Ask about the light. It all seems a bit wasteful, possibly even ostentatious. Ask about her. Does she like her job? Does anyone? Ask about the city's customs. Best to know before you flout them. Easier to plan an escape route that way. You have no more questions. You are satisfied, or perhaps the god's voice is beginning to grate a little. I also want to know about her. I don't want her to hate me. It is a great honor to guard the mirrored gates. She snaps defensively. She gestures to the edge of the pool of light illuminating her post. It is very dangerous. Even a small stumble, and I could fall into the darkness. Her voice goes thready. I would be banished from Miha's grace. I would lose my name. That is why they only send the bravest outside the walls. Okay, good to know. Ask about the customs. Don't touch the mirrors. Don't even look into the mirrors, she says, her voice hard. And try very hard not to dream. Were you expecting something along the lines of don't murder anyone or only wear red on special occasions? Still, you nod and smile. Okay, that's a bit... I want to say eerie, but that's not quite the word that I'm looking for. Yeah, this place is a little scary, I guess. Eerie, yeah, I'll just go with eerie. What else was there? Ask about the light. We must always walk in Mio's light, so we burn our lamps night and day to banish darkness from the mirrored city. She tells you proudly, if we let darkness corrupt us, we would not be Vascasi any longer, but Tomas, like you. Oh! So, Tomas is a name for outsiders, not for my name. Okay. You wonder, is that so terrible a fate? Her mocking laugh answers you even before her words do. Yes, it would be terrible indeed, Tomas. And before you ask, she adds, no, I do not have any desire to leave Varchas. The rest of Neath has fallen from your hero's grace, and I have no wish to join them. Name is not Tomas. You plight her correctly. The god looks scandalized and tries to stop her. Her ears are those who are not Vascasi, are Tomas. You have been touched by darkness, and it has taken your name. She fixes you with an admonishing look, and adds, it is very ill-mannered to pretend you still have one. You begin to see a little why Varchas is not often visited. It looks like you will have to get used to being called Tomas if you wish to enter. Okay. What else? Choke on the smell, sailors. Okay. Tell the god you wish to enter. She makes a mark on her ledger before ringing a brass bell. The mirrors of the gates rearrange to give you space to pass, but never once allow a shadow to touch the god. Our ways are not yours, Tomas. Remember that, and walk in the light of Mahir. In accordance, your Varchas Mio city quality is now 1. Okay. Inside the city walls, your eyes are blinded by the brilliance of the light. The verdant rot smell is even thicker. The heat of so much flame, reflected light presses oppressively against your skin. Your head pounds. It is a few minutes before your eyes adjust, and you can look around. Brass lamps and gilded scones hang from every wall. The phosphorescent fungus grows moss-like upon doorways and ceilings. Cunningly arranged mirrors catch every droplet of light and diffuse it till each cobblestone and rampart of the city is drenched and blazing and utterly without shadow. Who do you speak to? The firekeeper, dressed all in saffron, a pair of thick fireproof gloves dangle from the silver chain at her waist. Okay. The white-cloaked guard, the sun embroidered on his cloak, are picked out with gold threads and the edge of jeweled with carnelian. Okay, so it seems like I only get 4 things maybe, but there only seems to be 4. Huh. Nails on the towers. Of the towers. The fungus carter. Her cart is piled high with fungal blooms and jars of algae painstakingly scraped from the surfaces of walls. And the jewel's turbaned youth. He is winking at you. That it a furtive wink, or a flirtatious one. Only one way to find out. Continue your explorations. Time to venture further than the outer district. Huh. Let's see, the fungus carter. Okay. She stops every few minutes to cough surreptitiously into her dyed cotton scarf, and the eyes you warily when you approach. I have to take this load all the way to the sacred district, and the priests don't like it if I'm late. You inquire politely about her cough, and she looks suddenly terrified. Mahir, look down on me, she mumbles. Please don't say anything. I have a family to feed. Really? Okay. With that, she grabs the handles of the cart and pulls away at a run. Within a few moments, you have lost sight of her, and the crowded pathways. What an odd woman. You've gained 1 terror, 1 tell of terror. The first tower bell has sounded. Oh, well, that's not good. So I was right. I only get 4 things. Oh, okay, and one of the other 2 is gone. Okay, let's try the jewel turbaned youth. He looks utterly overjoyed to make your acquaintance. The bangles on his wrist flashing as he presses his hands together in greeting. My friends and I would be honored if you would attend a small gathering with us, Tomas. We are so eager to hear about the world outside Varchas' city walls. It seems an innocuous enough invitation, but then why does his gaze dot around so anxiously as he tells you how to find his mansion in the Eastern District? Okay, so my quality with them is now 1. Okay, wait, just the first bell has sounded? Okay, I guess so. Interesting. I'm still at 1. Let's try this one then. I was going to move on if it was at 2, because I thought it would be, but it's not apparently. Too important to play guide to you, Tomas. She tells you before you even open your mouth. I'm the keeper of the western principal mirror. Oh yeah, the god is the one who went away. I kind of wanted to speak to the god. Oh well. She points up at the enormous multi-faced mirrors set atop each of the city's 5 towers. I'm only here because I'm looking for my idiot brother. He is probably busy pouring wine down some pretty dark-eyed boy's throat in a tavern. Interesting. Is it a matter of great urgency, you wonder? He's late for his lamp checks in the sacred district. Is her terse reply. As she hurries away. If the Agni Hortri find out, he'd be lucky to end up a late treasure. Gained 1 mystery of distant shores. Second bell is sounded in occurrence. Okay, quality is now 1 with them. Venture to the outer district. Or further than the outer district. The Mio city gleams invitingly. You'll get used to the smell in time. Okay. The center of Varchas. You walk galleried courtyards wreathed with vines and fungal blooms. Long, straight roadways crisscross and the length and breath of Varchas, the stone worn by the wheels of carts and the tread of thousands of slippered feet. Lamplighters constantly check the fuel levels of the scones and replace wicks. Firekeepers check the coiled spring mechanisms that control the angle of the mirrors. There is much to explore. Where will you go next? Entertainments in Varchas. There are bars and gaming houses to the west. The hospital lies in the shadow of the southern tower. The guardhouse down a side street. You can see the sun-blazoned flag from here. Temple of Mahir lies in the sacred district at the center of Varchas. Mansion of the jewel-turbaned youth is in the eastern district, the inn. At evening, after the fifth bell, each Tamas is assigned a room. Okay, interesting. The pilgrimage of Amaradri. The Agnihotri seeks wisdom. The sick are ready to begin a long journey. The young and the restless have made the plans. The sword of the god have begun renewed. The pilgrimage is ready. You need Varchas the door-faced nurse's approval. You need Varchas the respect of the god 1. Varchas the Agnihotри's interest 1. And the jeweled turban youth's invitation 2. Okay, so this person, I need to do a lot of stuff in this town. Interesting. I'm going to go ahead and do the jewel turban. Okay, well, he did invite you after all. At the mansion of the jewel turbaned youth. I will say, I think I'm going to end after I'm done with this place, because this place seems to have a lot going on. And I also have a lot of fuel and supplies left, or at least a good amount, so I'm not going to be back in London in quite a while, since I'm not going to be heading back yet, and I'm already approaching an hour of playtime. So, I'll end here, not here, but like whenever I'm done with this place. Okay, you are not entirely sure what you were expecting from the jewel turban youth's invitation. Perhaps a candlelit dinner and a genteel seduction. It turns out to be an evening of card games and chilled wine with his rather eclectic collection of friends. As the wine is drunk and the cards are played, the gathering takes on a certain political tone. A raggedly dressed artisan begins complaining of the Agnihotри's trade restrictions. A novice priest points out contradictions in Mahir's mantras. A stone carver questions whether his daughters should also have to follow in the same profession. Will you, the jewel-turbaned youth, stares at you, licking his lips. Will you tell us a story? Decline firmly. It is not wise to become involved in politics, especially politics that are not your own. You will leave and not return. Nope, not doing that. Tell them of yourself. It might be nice to be honest, especially to a group of people you'll never have to meet again. Return to the city center. You're finished here for now, but the invitation will remain open. Okay, so I can never come back or come back later. That's interesting. Invent a fanciful tale. It's practically a sailor's profession, a very chancy challenge. Tell a wondrous tale, full of sea salt and darkness and the creaking of ships. Okay, interesting. No more than 4 for any of these. Tell them of yourself. You wet your throat with taut wine and fix your eyes on a carved lintel and begin your own somewhat convoluted tale. At the end, they look slightly dissatisfied, slightly relieved. We were hoping, the jewel-turbaned youth clears his throat, that you would tell us, he pitches his voice lower, lies. Interesting. You're a little insulted. After all, it's not as if you make a habit of telling strangers of your past. I mean no insult, he adds, placatingly. We only have true stories here in Varchas, and no inventions, no made-up tales. Interesting. So they are not allowed to lie here? Huh. You've gained 1 memory of distant shores. You've lost 3 terror. Okay, the 3rd tower bell has sounded. So, I can tell them a fanciful tale now if I wish. Okay, or I can leave and come back later. You know what? I think I'd like to try that. Yeah, okay, I'll return invitation will remain open. There's more to explore. Yeah, wait, oh, okay, yeah, it is still here, that's fine. Let's try out the guardhouse, maybe. I didn't get his... Yeah, I didn't get the second version of his invitation, so... People of me here. Yeah, let's try. Actually, no. I'll try out this place again. Let's try this one. Invent a fanciful tale. Perhaps the wine is muddling your tongue, or maybe the fungus smell is too distracting. You can't seem weave the threads of your story together into a whole. Your hero, a dashing sea captain, turns unexpectedly into a drownee, and so you pick him off to the tomb colonies, much to everyone's confusion. Fourth bell has sounded, and I've failed a Vio's challenge. Okay. And I can do these. Okay, and then it will be 5. That's fine. So, I kind of want to try it again. I will return to this. Let's try this one more time. And I failed again. Great. And I can't do it again. Return to the city center. And to the inn. Evening of the 5th bell, each Tomas is assigned a room. The light is endless and merciless. Will you sleep? Huh. I'm hoping that I can stay so that I can do more things here. Evening in Varchas. Our visitors to Varchas are given one night's accommodation in the city's only inn. It is a handsome stonemason's mansion arranged around a pleasantly cool courtyard. Frescoes of city life are painted on the walls, given how few visitors Varchas hosts. You suspect the inn is more usually used by philandering locals. Evening falls, or does it? The town's 5 principal mirrors are mounted on coiled spring mechanisms and alter their angles subtly to create the impression of evening. Across the city, the file keepers throw pinches of colored powder into the lamps, and the quality of light yellows to the softer brightness. The wine-mazed lamplighter. He is dressed in saffron robes, and is indeed pouring wine down the throat of a very attractive dark-eyed boy. You could tell him his sister is looking for him. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll probably do that. The kitchens. The smells of cooking mingle with the fungus rot, but you aren't going to let that put you off your food. Okay, the courtyard. Cushions are arrayed around the marble fountain. In the middle, musicians pluck their instruments under the shade of the twisted yellow-leaf trees. A 100% chance. Sleep. The bed is low and wide and draped with cotton sheets, stamped with vegetable dye patterns and muted greens and blues. Huh. Okay. And then don't sleep. It won't be difficult to stay awake in this constant light, but the lack of rest will take its toll. 36% chance. Huh. It looks like, oh, the guy warned me not to dream. Huh. I still think I'm probably going to, but I want to do this one first. He starts up in horror, spilling burgundy red wine everywhere. His young companion looks irritated. I'm late, he shouts. Mihio, forgive me. The Agni-Hortri is going to skin me alive. He pumps your hand in gratitude. Thank you, Tomas. I won't forget this. Here, take my arc jewels. Wow, he gave me 3 of these artifacts? Okay, 3 more, and I have 1,500 money. And eternal gratitude to these people giving me these artifacts. An occurrence. Okay, I have now 2 for that quality. Okay, a straightforward challenge for the courtyard. Let's try this. Okay, these are mirror challenges. That's why it's straightforward, because my mirror is extremely high. So I'm automatically passing these challenges. That's interesting. Oh, that's also why I'm passing the nightmare challenges, because they have to deal with mirrors. Okay, that's very convenient, to be honest. Okay, courtyards. The songs are curiously prosaic. The lyrics more like a biographical report than a poetic invention. You listen to a lake dredger's waterlogged, lotus-rooted dirge. You sway to the slow, steady ballad of the fungus collectors, and join in the lamplighter's quick-footed dance, which mimics the evening rounds. The evening finishes with the song of Mahir, which is sung to the accompaniment of stringed instruments and drums and polished glass prisms, which split the white light into rainbows and counterpoint to the notes. 5 fragments. In the night, although there is no darkness in Varchas, time to sleep. You lost 2 terror, succeeded Mio's challenge. Gained 3 memory of dark shores. Oh, I also wanted to go to the cook thing, but oh well. I want to. I'll sleep. You fall into sleep easily despite the bright light, but your dreams are full of whispering, glittering smokes, mirror vapors that coil into reflection, warping shapes. You see your limbs bend, your skin slow, your eyes twist. You wake with your heart pounding, your nostrils are full of the fungal rot smell of Varchas. Your body is as it was, but somehow that is not as comforting as it should be. Oh, your permitted time in Varchas is over. Time to go until next time. Tin Terror. Okay, so maybe I shouldn't have slept. I now have one dreams of smoke. That's not good. But maybe next time my dreams will do a mirror thing and I won't have to deal with them. I hope so. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have dreamed at all. Okay. And I've already read all this. Dawn in Varchas. Outside our time in Varchas is strictly rationed. Each morning at dawn, the god visits the end to eject any tamas they find. They are polite but very definite. Into the dark. Return, the god tells you, but not yet. With that, they usher you into the darkness beyond the walls. You blink, mirror dazzles from your eyes. It's cold out here. Gained one terror. Okay, those qualities are now gone. Not yet, Tomas, the blue cloak god watches you narrowly. Turbulent times. We dare not admit too many outsiders at once. Wait your turn. Return soon. Okay, so that's it for now. No shops. So that's a thing. Huh. Wonder if there is a limit to how many officers I can have. Okay, well, stuff happened. A lot of stuff happened here, actually. I wish that I could do more here. It looks like this is a really interesting place. Oh, and it really is near the end of the map. Jeez. I actually can reach the end of this map. Maybe I can travel the edges of this world. I doubt it. I actually do doubt it. But I can go a little bit further, I suppose. Maybe. Actually, how much do I have? 8 and 7. And actually, 1 second. Did I save? Yeah, okay, saving game. That's fine. Okay, then with that, I'm still out in my adventuring ways. We visited the Mio City. We checked out whatever this place was. Apis meat. This place fed us like... Whoops, accidentally clicked off there. The Mangrove College fed us like we were starving orphans. And we are ready for more adventure. And I want this book open because I think my supplies go up. Anyway, with that, I'll leave off for this episode, and I hope you return for the next one. Peace.